Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a what I plan to pan in 2024. I just came back from a workout and I had to, throw on my face before getting on here, and then I need a shower because it's my baby girl's first day of school. Like, I'm gonna say preschool because she's 2, but we started her early because intellectually she's a little bit advanced and we want to take advantage of that sponge-like brain of hers. This is a trial run though. I'm a nervous wreck. My hair matches my mood. Okay, I want to go ahead and start off with complexion products because it's what I have the least of to pan this year. So obviously the Tower 28 Sunny Days SPF 30 tinted sunscreen. I want to use this. I hauled this year, but because it is clean beauty, the shelf life of this is just, not very long. It has a shelf life of 12 months. So I think that this is gonna be the next one I use after I'm done using my Chanel foundation, just because I wanna make sure that I get through it before it gets old. Next, I wanna use the 2 Chanel foundations that I didn't get to pan last year. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm saying that. Wow. Last year, it was the Ultra Latente and the Velvet, the Chanel Velvet foundation. But I also want to add on my Water Fresh tint foundation. I am in the shade Medium, and this is that foundation that comes in this packaging. I have used some of it because I've used it to create content and whatnot last year, but I do want to use this up along with the corresponding concealer for it, which is the Water Fresh Complexion Touch. I am in the shade B40. And I also want to use with this my Water Fresh tint, Water Fresh blush in Warm Pink. The other foundation I want to use is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue in Natural Matte. So I'm really excited to test this out, long term, because I got really excited. Their Complexion Rescue is like one of their best sold foundations, but it's a little too dewy for me. And so they took out like a natural matte version of that. So I'm really excited to try this out and kind of do a in-depth comprehensive review on that. Now moving on to blushes and bronzers. So here, of course, I want to use the Tower 28 bronzer that I picked up. This was in the color Broad. And I want to use the Happy Hour blush. Is it Happy Hour? No, it's Beach Please. The color is called Party Hour. So it's just like this beautiful lavender blush. And then we have the bronzer. And of course, I'll be using that with the actual foundation it comes with because these are cream products. And so I just feel like it's gonna be a bit more cohesive if I use it with its corresponding foundation. Next up, I wanna go ahead and use my Hourglass palette. I have had this for quite some time and it is time that I start using it. So I bought this palette specifically for that center blush shade, and this is a really good bronzer that I like. The blush in the center is called Euphoric Fusion. So this is definitely something I plan to pan this year. And then my Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. mini palette that comes with like the brush. This is definitely something I want to pan this year. I love, oh, it's actually not a mini, it's a full size. I love this. I rave about this product. If you have not tried it, highly recommend. And it brings like a little brush. So, oh my gosh, I almost just dropped it. I'm not well today. I'm not well today. Mostly I'm filming this video to distract myself from the fact that my daughter is at school. Okay, the other two blushes I want to use this year are these two Chanel blushes that were limited edition. This one is Peche Rosé. And this is that blush that came out, I think it was like the beginning of last year. And the shades were just stunning. But out of all the blushes I have, they're all kind of about the same age. And so I want to use the limited editions first. So here we have Brun Russi and we have Peche Rosé. So I plan to pan these. And then this one is gonna be a maybe just because I don't know how long it's gonna take me to get through these Chanel blushes. The Chanel blushes tend to last longer than other blushes I use. They're less powdery. You know, they're much more pigmented, so I do use, you know, less than I would other blushes. But it would be Jersey, and this one, although is older than the other two, this is not limited edition, and so I can continue to talk about this color. Here it is. It is a beautiful neutral shade, and it's gonna be a maybe. We'll see if I get to this one this year. Now let's move on to eyeliners and mascaras. Obviously, because I don't want to be super repetitive, the 4 Chanel mascaras from last year and my Monsieur Big mascara, all of those mascaras are part of the project pan for 2024. This, obviously, this Lancome as well. My YSL mascara duo is there as well. And my YSL lip case, which I literally just showed you guys in my last video. This I plan to pan this year. I don't know, I'm probably just gonna wear this as a one and done shade. This was the Stilo Lumiere by Chanel in 557 Eclat. This was a multi-use highlighting top coat. This was terrible. Everybody hated this product. And I need to use it because I feel like it's reaching its shelf life. And I think I'm just gonna use this as like a one and done shade on the eyes. Probably won't even work for that. This lifts anything you put it on top of. So I'm hoping that if I put down some primer on my eyes and I put this on, that will be fine, but we'll see. I also want to use my 3 Danessa Myricks eyeliners, but these are waterline eyeliners, and so this is probably not something I'm going to be able to get to through all of these, even though the pencils are kind of small. But let me show you what I'm talking about. I specifically picked these up to use them on my waterline because they're all iridescent shifty shades. So this is what it looks like. And I picked these up to put it on my waterline. We'll see. I'll kind of play around with them and see if I can use them on my top lash line. If I can, then you will probably see me pan all three of these. I have Lilac Quartz, Jade, and Rose Quartz. So the other eyeliner I want to use up is this Exaggerize liner duo from Charlotte Tilbury. I've had this for some time, and it has like a sparkly shade on one end and a matte black on the other. Really like putting little sparkly shades on my waterline, as you guys know, especially those of you who've been following me for a while. This eyeliner is contingent on, this is a Charlotte Tilbury dual ended copper charge eyeliner. This is contingent on whether or not I'm able to use up the Charlotte Tilbury copper charge quad. We will see. If I get to it, then obviously you will see these two products in my monthly empties. But we'll see, because the eyeshadows I really want to pan this year, most of them are warm tones. And we'll get to that in a second. Brows, I would like to use up these two Kosas brow products. One is a clear brow gel, and one is literally the brow gel I'm wearing now, but this is a new bottle. This is a medium brown. But I want to use the clear brow gel with the corresponding pencil. The color I have is medium brown. So these two will be used together, and then this one will be used alone. Reason being is clean beauty. You got to use up your clean beauty stuff. I would also, this may be a stretch, but I do want to use my ColorPop mascaras. It's a red and blue mascara. We'll see if I get to these. I'm not making any promises. I feel like this is going to be a bit of a stretch. Okay, let's get into eyeshadow palettes. You guys are not gonna believe this, but look what I found way in the back of my makeup collection. Can you freaking believe I had one of these? Where it still smells like chocolate. Where this has been, I don't know, but after I'm done with that Bare Minerals palette, this is gonna be the next one in my rotation for sure. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing. But can we talk about how giddy I became when I saw that I had another one of these? Okay. Then I also wanna pan this Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette. I got this off of like an HSN special. I thought this palette was so fun, and I really want to be able to pan this one this year. This Benefits palette is definitely on my list to pan this year. This is a very middle of the road nude palette that I picked up at Ulta. I would also like to get through two palettes that are fairly old, and that would be my MAC Warm Neutrals. I showed you guys this in the last video. And because this palette is so large, the last three palettes, actually, yeah, the last three palettes I'll be showing you may be a stretch. But this is definitely to pan this year. I have this Bare Essentials palette that she's getting up there, you know, and it's time that I start using her. She came with a corresponding brush, but how beautiful are these colors? Can Bare Minerals start making these again? Can that be part of their project for 2024? I really enjoyed these palettes. These are so good. I have Bare Metals as well. This is Bare Essentials. I have Bare Metals as well, but Bare Metals is actually a little bit newer than this one. So I had to, you know, I'm trying to go from oldest to newest. Then I would needed to give some love to my Chanel palettes. So in Project Pan this year, I have Lumiere Neutrals, which is this baby. You guys remember this palette? For all of my Chanel fans, you guys remember this? How stunning was this palette? I know. So we're gonna have to use her up because she's getting up there in her years and we don't want her to get old. The next one I wanna use up is my, gosh, I'm gonna give you guys the number of this one because of course it doesn't have a number. It's gonna make me pronounce the name. La Garette Experience. Yeah, I butchered that. I'll leave the name on the screen below, but basically it was this red toned, brown toned palette. And this is pretty old. I gotta start getting through this. And because these are quads, I get through quads really quickly because I usually use all 4 shades in conjunction with every use. So, and then the last Chanel quad I have here is my Warm Le Beiges. This is not a quad, this is a quint. Let me just show you what this looks like. This is the Warm palette. This is part of their permanent line. So I do need to start giving my Chanel eyeshadows some love this year. And without, like, this is gonna be Project Pan no matter what. It doesn't matter if it has to skip over palettes, is the Chantecaille Giraffe Quad. Because this was super expensive and you guys know I'm not gonna be throwing away my money. The pan on this, the little pans don't look like it's gonna take me very long to get through that because they look fairly small, but you know, looks can be deceiving. And speaking of Chantecaille, 2 products that I will be using this year is the Lumiere Eye Sheen in Broke. It came in this limited edition holiday pearl set from 2 years ago. And this is like the most beautiful one and done eyeshadow shade. This is right up my alley. So I'm obviously gonna keep the vessels when I'm done with them, but just because I want to display them once my office is finally complete, which is another project I plan to start this year if we don't have any more disastrous things happen in this house. And also, this is a complexion product, but this is the Pearl Lumiere highlighter. So I plan to use this year as well. Okay. Now let's move on to eyeshadows I think are gonna be a stretch, which means that I probably won't get to them. It's gonna be the Charlotte Tilbury Gorgeous Glowing Beauty palette. And this is the one that came in this kind of packaging. This is what it looks like. This is gonna be a stretch. And I had to move these down the ranking. The reason being is because I was not expecting to find this. And this is I already have experience of roughly how long it takes me to get through one of these Too Faced palettes, so these are gonna be a maybe. And now when I sat down and like assessed my collection, these are the newest compared to all the ones that I've talked about. And it's my Atomic Blonde palette by NARS and my Skin Deep palette from NARS. I should show them to you because some of you probably didn't watch my previous video. So this is Atomic Blonde. I may get to this, maybe I may jump it because of the bronzer and highlight. We'll see how I'm feeling. That's another thing. As the seasons change, sometimes my mood takes over and I decide to pick a completely different palette. than what I'm supposed to, you know, because you get in the season and sometimes that happens. Skin Deep is here. Wow, this one's hard to open. So we shall see. I think this one I may be able to pan just because I'm not gonna lie, but I'm running low on bronzer. I just assessed my collection and I am, yeah, running low on bronzer, and because that palette has a bronzer and a highlight, which is another thing I'm running low on, powder highlight. Like the only powder highlight I have is the one that I'm currently using now. I probably have like 5, which I know you're all like 5. Yes, that to me is little because again, I'm a content creator. I use a lot of this stuff a lot. Oh my goodness, let's talk about lips because I think, guys, that if I stick to this low buy I plan to stick to this year, I think we're gonna be able to do it. My Charlotte Tilbury, these Charlotte Tilbury eye palettes, this is gonna be like, probably not. This is gonna be one of those things where, especially with these 2 palettes that are seasonal for the holidays, these will be the only ones I think I may jump in the order depending on how festive I'm feeling this fall winter season. Okay, let's talk lips. The first 2 things I'm definitely gonna be panning are my Tom Ford lipsticks. I have, what is this one called? I have Balm Frost and I have Sunlit Rose. The shelf life on this, you know, I know it's not clean beauty, but my concern are the little crystals on the bullet. And these lipsticks were super expensive, so I want to make sure that I use them while they're still good. So this is a definite like project pan for 2024 for sure. And then the next up is obviously that little MAC duo set I had not gotten to last year. It's on my list this year. I would really love to get through all of my Guerlain lipsticks. So I have this beautiful nude case. And this color, I have no idea what this color is because it should say it on the bullet here, but it does not. It does not. So, actually, hold on. Yes, it does. This is shade number 1. I want to get through my Guerlain lipsticks because they are up there in age. I have shade number 5, which is another refill, and I have shade number 96. So here are 3 Guerlain lipsticks that are a must pan in 2024. Next, we have obviously the lipsticks I didn't get to pan in 2023. So we have these 2 Lancome lipsticks. One is in Parisian Nude and this one is in Sensualite. I literally just showed you guys these lipsticks in my last video. So I really want to pan those, and the 3 Lancome shades I could not get to in 2023. I think so far this is doable because I do use a lot of lipstick. I wanna use this Insight Bare Minerals lipstick because I think this is about a year old already. And then I needed to give my Chanel lipsticks some love as well. But before we get to that, I wanna use these ColorPop Lippy Sticks bundle. This is a must for this year. And it's like these 3 lip pencils. I planned to do this one last year, but I didn't get to it, but it's definitely probably at the top of my list this year. This Pumpkin Spice Latte Buxom Plumping Cream. I do want to use this one. However, I don't think this is going to be a seasonal thing. I think I may just use it with whatever lipstick I have. I want to use this Hot Cherry Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb, because I have this MAC lip liner that I was in the process of panning in 2023 that I want to use it with, and that way I can get through a lip liner and a lipstick all at the same time. This Bite Beauty Liquid Lip. See, this is when glosses come in, right? So sometimes when I wear a liquid lip, I want gloss, and sometimes I don't. So I get through like 2 products at once. Lip liners as well, we'll talk about that. But this lip gloss from Tower 28 is a must because it's clean beauty. And this is in the color Magic. Then this Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in Pillow Talk. This is like the skinny version of it. I need to use this. It's time. It is time. So doesn't look like there's a lot in here, so that's probably gonna be quick for me. Lip liners I want to get through. I don't have a lot of lip liners, so I want to do Pillow Talk, obviously, with the Pillow Talk lipstick, and I want to do my Chanel lip liners in Peachy Nude and Beige Natural. So I want to do these 3 lip liners this year. Let's talk Chanel lipsticks. I want to use up my Boy shade because it's up there in years. It's time. And my oldest Chanel lipsticks, and they are my Rouge Cocos lipsticks. I have Adrian, and this is like one of their best selling shades. I have Cecile, which I actually featured this year in a couple of videos. And I have Mademoiselle, another best selling shade from them. Kind of like a rosewood color. And what's this one? Antoinette. Now, due to the size of these lipsticks, I am gonna leave it there because these lipsticks are fairly big. I remember these taking me a bit to get through. So, you know, if there's any additional lipsticks I'm able to pan this year, I will. I obviously will let you guys know. There is one additional Chanel lipstick that I'm going to try to pan, but this one will be a stretch. Like if I get to it, it's a miracle. Because remember, I'm splitting my time between clean beauty and non-clean beauty. So this isn't all that I'm going to try to pan in 2024. My clean beauty is just my Merit products and my Westman Atelier products that I use on this channel literally all the time. I didn't feel the need to bring all of that out for this video. So it's this Chanel Crayon in number 27, Boys Rose. I remember this being up there in its years, and I think this will be a stretch though if I'm able to use this product. Okay, I know this is a lot. I know you're thinking, girl, there ain't no way. Just don't rain on my parade. Let me think that I can, and it encourages me, and I'm able to do it. I probably won't be able to get through all of this makeup, but with a low buy and even getting through half of this stuff, I will make a really nice dent in my makeup collection. So I'm really excited for 2024 and all the new releases that are coming our way. And we will see. I hope that I don't like most of them. I hope that it's like 2023 where they just wanted to sell us nude palette after nude palette and it was kind of all the same. So it was easy for me to say no. I hope that this year is not like revolutionary. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will leave my Instagram handle in the description box below and on the screen. Thank you so much and have a lovely day. Bye.